guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to do my match preview and also predict 11 for our third away match of the season versus Sunderland. So up to yet, Sunderland have won one match, drawn 2 and lost 2. They're 19th and they are currently the lowest relegated side after hosting Middlesbrough, Hull and themselves. It's been quite a shaky start with Grayson. Their only winners come against Norwich, who have had a complete rebuild. I heard Twitter actually to say that they've had 41 players go in and out the door, or in or out. You know, the staff's German and all that, so they've had a complete rebuild, so you can't say that you're surprised that Sunderland have won them, and that's the only match obviously that they've won. Grayson's also getting used to life in Sunderland. I don't reckon that he signed enough strikers, to be honest. They've only got Lewis Grabban and James Vaughan. They've probably got 1 or 2 on the bench, but them 2 have started every game, and honestly I reckon Grayson might have changed it up because they haven't been scoring as many as they should have done. They've had a squad overhaul coming off to the fact of transfers. You know, they've got rid of all the deadwood. They've brought in some key players like that goalkeeper, I forgot his name, Jason Steele. They brought in another goalkeeper called Rutner. I think he had a pretty bad game at home. He starts against us. So it's quite a change for the squad, and also the coaching staff on guessing for Sunderland. They've got the likes of Grabban, McGeady and also Ndong, which is a fantastic group of players. McGeady came in from Everton for 250k. He's been a very, very good player for them, and I'll take him at us any day, to be honest, even if he does play right wing back ahead of Freeman, because he's got the skills, and I reckon that our defence really does need to watch out for the likes of McGeady and Grabban, because Grabban's got the pace, McGeady's got the skills and pace. They're better attackingly than defensively, and they've got Ndong is a good centre mid who you know, controls play for them. Grayson hasn't ever won like anything in the Championship in terms of titles or even the playoffs. He's always been good at getting teams up from League One. I think he got Blackpool up, or he kept him in League One or something like that. He got Preston up, obviously, one of his newest sides. So he's good in League One at getting, you know, success, but in the Championship is yet to do so, other than keeping teams up. So, you know, they're a work in progress, Sunderland. We need a point, I reckon. We need a point at least, because we haven't won an away game yet or even got a point from home. Fair enough, it's been Middlesbrough and also Cardiff, but in my opinion we do need to up our performances away from home. The Middlesbrough game should have been a draw. Touching on that again, I've said it multiple times, the goal should have counted. But, you know, we can't look back and dwell, we just need to look to the future and play better every game. We've also won our last 2 matches against Derby and Barnsley, obviously. Matchday vlogs on the channel in case you're interested, hinted. But we've definitely got some good form going. So, team news, we've got Lavery out injured for a month or so with his, something to do with that. I think he's broke something, he's having a, not an injection, an operation. Ched is only around 75% fitness, so he might not be getting the start. Luckily, we've got the signing of Clayton Donaldson through the door. Now, you'll see my predicted 11, whether he'll start or not, but he's definitely in the contentions. So, I may as well show you guys the lineup now. And also, I'd like to add that Leon Clark is actually out suspended until the Bolton game. So now I'm in this little corner on the screen. Let's go with my lineup predictions. So, I've put in net Blackman. He's been the starting keeper throughout the whole season. I'm not sure when Moore's back, but Blackman hasn't really done anything to show why Moore should come in ahead of him. I'm not sure whether Moore will come in straight ahead of him. I reckon Blackman will have to have a couple of bad games, or it'll have to be a weak game when Moore comes back in, just because Blackman's been putting in the performances. And then Kieran Freeman in at right wing back. Again, I've said multiple times that I don't reckon that he's as good in the Championship, and he's not adapted as well as some of the other players. But I don't think George Baldock's fully fit, as we saw against Leicester, and I reckon that he might have to come off of the bench or just play for the under-23s for a bit. Talking of that, I think he did play against the under-23s, so that's always good. Then the centre-back pairing, well, trio of Basham, Jake Wright and also Jack O'Connell. It's been very, very solid. They're all built like brick walls. Jake Wright's always good at holding, you know, the holding defender. Then Basham and O'Connell, one at a time, can go run down the flanks, obviously with the likes of their full-backs next to them. And then at left wing back, I've got in Ender Stevens. Again, he's another player that hasn't really put a foot wrong, so I can't really give a reason to put him out of the side. I would like to see Danny Lafferty get an appearance or two in the Championship throughout this season, but I don't reckon it's going to come just yet. We just had an international break. You know, he doesn't need to come in yet. And then in the centre midfielders, we've got Coots, Duffy and Fleck. So up to this is the exact same lineup that we went with against Derby. Coots technically gifted. Ran the game against Derby, you know. Fleck wasn't quite as good as he normally is, so Coots stepped up. Duffy, he likes to make runs forward and he gets the team forward very well. As you've seen in my previous lineup predictions, I'm sure that you know that I don't 100% rate him yet. But I'm getting there with Duffy. Obviously, he got us up last year, got Championship experience, so he's getting better every game, even though he's 30-something years old, because, you know, life in League One for the past couple of years at Burton does. He's got to adapt back to the Championship, but I reckon he's doing it very well. And then we've got John Fleck, who I just mentioned. He's a very, very good player, okay? We brought him in from Coventry. I'm not sure whether it was free or not, but he's managed to get us up. He's managed to play very well in the Championship thus far, and I reckon that he's going to get the nod again. And then up front, I'm going to put in Sharp right now. He's obviously got 4 goals in 5 games, which, you know, it's very, very good. The only criticism I have is he needs to get involved more. You know, he likes to sit up there, wait for the ball to come to him. Sometimes he just needs to drop back a bit and get involved. But at his age, he probably doesn't, you know, have the fitness to do that anymore. He used to, but he doesn't have the fitness anymore. But Sharp, you know, 4 goals in 5 games. You've got to play him. And hopefully third time lucky, it's our 3rd away game. Hopefully Sharp can get a goal. And then the other striker, I've put in Clayton Donaldson, okay? I rate him, okay, because he's one of them players in the Championship who always puts in an effort. He will drop back to get the ball, and he reminds me sort of like Cameron Jerome. Obviously he's not quite as good, a bit older, but they're very similar players, look similar as well in the way. But Donaldson will be the defensive outlet that we need up front, but he's also okay to get in behind. So Billy's going to like sit in the middle of that. He's going to be like not getting back and, you know, covering, but he'll definitely be okay to like get it through to Clayton and stuff. Clayton's a signing that excited me simply because I didn't know that we were getting him. Next thing you know, the club announces him at like 11:17 at night. We've signed Clayton Donaldson, and I was buzzing after that signing because I just know that he's a fantastic Championship striker. He was very good at Brentford as well in League One. At Birmingham, he hasn't got the opportunities that he needed in the past season or so. So we've snapped him off of their hands, and I reckon he's going to be a fantastic player. So now I've got through our lineup prediction. The 3 substitutes that I reckon can be key for us. I've got Brooks there. Obviously, he's going to be a great player in the future. He's got the potential there. He's got all the tools as well, I would say. But it's all about him producing now because he's starting to get into the lineup and stuff. He just needs to show why. Then I've got Ched Evans. The fitter he gets, the better he's going to be, okay? It came on around half-time, I think it was, in the last game. Probably a bit, I can't remember whether it was earlier or later. I think it was about the 50th minute actually. But that built up his fitness quite well. And then I've also put John Lundstrom simply because I rate him, okay? He's a leader, he's a Gerrard-esque player. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he scores a long shot for us this season. If he starts getting games, but I do rate Lundstrom. I'd also like to comment on the signing of Ben Hennigan. Chris Wilder said that he's not the finished article yet, obviously, but he's got the tools, as he likes to say. So I can't really see Ben Hennigan getting onto the bench yet, but he's always there if we need him. So tell me guys down in the comments if I should have mentioned anything in the preview about Sunderland or even us. Also comment down below your predicted 11, because I reckon that this one is what Wilder will go for. Maybe a different striker instead of Donaldson, but when you think about it, Clark's out suspended, Lavery's injured, Ched's not fit, and Hansen's injured. So I think Donaldson is literally the only option that we have along with Sharp. Or unless we change the formation, it should be them two up front. So yeah, tell me down in the comments what your lineup prediction is. So yeah, let's subscribe, enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.